Yo, this shit OP.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cal, bringing you another video on the channel today. So as you can see, I'm in my new dorm. I'm in the biggest dorm in Connecticut. It's like I have my own apartment, I have my own bathroom, my own closet and shit. Like, it's awesome. I hold a position within the dorm that allows me to do this. And yeah, I'm very lucky and blessed. So this new room is definitely nice. Having my own bathroom, cannot lie, I like it a lot. I got my own shower too. I mean, anyways, I expect the room tour coming soon, physique update, all that crap. The topic of today is the ass-backwards world we live in, and just how it impacts us on a day-to-day basis, and how 2021 and maybe the end of 2020 is gonna be, it's gonna be crazy. Honestly, it's time for you to make a decision whether you want to follow, for us to be safe, for us to be okay, return to normal, and just overall, it's gonna come down to your decision. So within this video, I'm gonna break that down for you guys, and just overall, just give you guys a different perspective on something that you guys might not know already, and it'll really make you think and be aware of what's going on, and really wake you up to, honestly, on a deeper level of what's really going on within this world. So without further ado, let's get into the ass-backwards planet we live in. So yeah, as you guys can see, we can start off with a hot topic: coronavirus vaccine. As you know, there is a race to make this vaccine. Whether it be in Russia, whether it be in England, these companies want to make the vaccine, because whichever company makes that vaccine and distributes it to billions and billions of people is gonna make bank, right? It's all about the numbers, it's all about the money. That's kind of the motive behind this whole thing, right? So the media will portray, okay, we're gonna give you guys this vaccine, we're gonna give you this, and you know, they'll create the narrative that this vaccine will keep you safe, it'll help society return to normal, you know, while still wearing a mask. You know, I'm not anti-mask, but I think it goes a lot deeper than just that. But what's very interesting to me is how they'll say, okay, wear a mask, do all this external stuff, get this vaccine, right? That's not a cure, it's only temporary, so it might not even have a chance of working, right? But they'll still feed you crap, they'll still feed you fast food, they'll tell you not to work out, they'll tell you to stay home, lock yourself in a room, put a mask over, you know, just all this stuff. Stay away from people, wash your hands, and just overall lower your immune system, lower your energy to a lower conscious state where you're easier to be controlled, you're more likely to be in fear, and ultimately you're more indoctrinated into the narrative that they're trying to tell you. But you can see the difference, right? They're telling you, okay, get this vaccine. That's gonna make them a lot of money, right? And it ultimately really doesn't guarantee you anything. But they're not trying to tell you that you need to support your immune system by eating a plant-based diet. I'm switching to becoming a vegetarian. I'm not eating meat anymore. I feel bad for the animals. They pump them full of antibiotics, torture, you know, bad energy transcending. That's a whole other topic for a whole other video. Yeah, you need to support your immune system, because that's the army that fights this battle for you. A vaccine, okay, maybe it will help, right? But it's not gonna help if you don't already have a good immune system. Die from the virus the most are individuals that have a poor immune system. So when they catch the virus, right, it's essentially even more of a burden because their immune system is already so weak. So imagine an army trying to fight another army, right? That army could be fast food, all this junk, all this poor nutritional and just poor habits this individual goes through. And then another army comes, notice coronavirus, takes a whole dump on them, and they just can't handle it. That's the most people that are dying. 99% of people survive from this virus. And it's just crazy to me how they try and paint this narrative that it's like the Walking Dead outside, when it's like, dude, it's not the Walking Dead. You know, I'm not anti-mask, I get it, you know, stay safe. And you can do all this stuff, wash your hands, you know, all this stuff, but it comes down to the immune system. You cannot let fear guide you, let love guide you. You know, I can't tell you the amount of times I've been around my homeboys and we're just chilling, you know? We still live like a normal life because I don't let fear guide me, and I know if I catch the virus, I'm gonna survive because I have the tools within me to be okay, to make it through this. And so kind of moving past that, another ass-backwards thing is the music we listen to on a day-to-day basis, right? Mainstream music is very heavily dominated by rappers and sexualized artists and drugs, money, you name it, right? Those are the people that within society are put up on a pedestal and praised. All this negative stuff that is bad for you and just ultimately puts you in a lower state. Back in the day, like you can go back to the 1950s, before Elvis, before the whole rebellion movement, it was more so folk, traditional music where we uplifted one another and through positive music and ultimately didn't put these negative motives within our brain, because subconsciously when you listen to this music constantly, you're going to start to think, oh, drugs, money, this, alcohol's cool, and that's what you should be doing. No, it's not what you should be doing, because it's ultimately putting your well-being and state of consciousness lower, and it's making it worse and worse, and it's sad to see because this thing that's portrayed, right, is not what's really good for you, even though people within today's society think that's how you should be. No, it should be the reverse. We should be uplifting one another. We should be eating healthy. We should be doing all this stuff for our own well-being. It's all a motive. It's all an agenda, and whether it's intentional or not, you guys have to see this, and I've been seeing this for about a year now through different behaviors and adjustments within my own life. I've been able to make those changes and really uplift myself and become a really good version of myself. I'm not at the point where I want to be, but I'm ultimately at a really good point. Another ass backwards thing is medicine, right? So this kind of connects to the coronavirus. People tend to turn to medicine when things go wrong, right? So when they get a headache, what do? They get a pill, right? They turn to Advil, right? And then eventually when they keep getting these headaches, right, they turn to Advil. When they have negative emotions such as depression or anxiety, right, individuals will go to the doctor, they'll get diagnosed, and they'll be given antidepressants. I understand there's a chemical imbalance within some individuals, right, that ultimately suffer from depression and anxiety. I'm not saying it's depression, anxiety is like a conspiracy theory. No means, I understand that. But what a lot of people don't understand is individuals who are dependent on antidepressants, or antidepressants do not cure depression. They do not cure anxiety, right? It only temporarily suppresses the pain, right, for a short-term period. And so it's not getting to the root of the problem, right? So doctors will prescribe this out, right, and they'll have you pay monthly prescriptions for the medicine, right, to ultimately make you feel better, and you'll become dependent on it. Without it, you'll ultimately become more and more depressed because you're not getting to the root problem, the mind. Through natural practices such as meditation, yoga, exercise, these are catalysts that can pull you out of that state long term, right? So you can go from being long term depressed and maybe having short phases of happiness and positive emotions to long-term emotions such as happiness and that, because it's getting to the root problem. It's going beyond just what the medicine can do, because you're self-healing yourself, and obviously it's way easier said than done. You got to realize when each time you buy this prescription, right, you are dependent on it. You need that to feel a certain way. What if there was a way where you didn't need to buy a certain thing to feel a certain way? Each time you buy it, you make this company more and more money. It's all about the profit. You think they care about you? No, they don't. They don't care about you. So ultimately it comes down to the money. It really comes down to the money. That's what guides so many motives and agendas, right? You look at the music, you look at the coronavirus, CNN, people watching, fat ass scoreboard on the side of deaths. All about the numbers, dude. It's all about the money, and ultimately we live in an ass backwards world. You guys can kind of see that. I'll probably talk about this much more. I'm still learning myself, and I just wanted to ultimately give you guys my perspective on what the hell I think is going on, in my opinion. It'll be definitely interesting to see what the hell happens in 21 with mandatory vaccinations, food crises, and just overall. We'll see, man. Who the hell knows? It's ultimately time for you guys to wake up and transcend your mind to a whole nother level of awareness and understanding of what's really going on, because even though you think you might be free, you're being controlled, and it's something you guys should really look into. Wake the fuck up, because it's about damn time. So, yeah, I love you guys. Room tour coming up this Friday, and you guys have a great day, and peace the fuck out.